A lot of una don't begin to insult me. No insult, no, they wanna no give me the WhatsApp group. Una say I no sabi talk, I know they learn for talk. Now they don't give me training. The movement group where I create when I power to the people. That WhatsApp group, people they don't give me training, so I don't know how to talk now. You understand? This particular issue will happen na Freetown where the Minister of Information and Civic Education say 7 people in our custody where they engage with some bomb making materials and huge amount of drugs, where the drug estimated $94,155,200. Can you imagine? And there are 2 names so he mentioned, Hussein and Jamal. Then 2 names, then they may not know if na Sierra Leone and take the name they do. Those are Arab names. He also make mention say them be then they do investigation on them people they are, and then discover say finally waiting they be they investigate them for 9 actually that they do, which was since 2023. So President Bio and the Minister of Information and Civic Education, everybody, power to the people. Say, Lord, let's ask you these questions. Number 1, unlike BBC, Al Jazeera, CNN, any other international media, whenever things like this happen of security threat, they catch the people that with proof, then they present the proof in the media. If na bomb, they catch people with, then they show the bomb. If na drug, then they show the drug in the media, so that people go believe vis-a-vis. The people say, I tell you, say they want for Siam in the first place. Because they, whichever the kind of na claims una they make. Una not proven to we the people of that country say, na true, na so it happen. So they say they want for Siam. Another thing here is also, again, people still ask una this question. Una no say security na the number 1 thing we matter na a country. How on earth una go allow people them una say una don't get intelligence is 2023, March 2023, then they make bomb na the country. Una left them, una say una dey on investigation, una not stop them. The people say that also ask una again if waiting we get border for, waiting we get ports for, waiting we get checkpoint there for, waiting we get police and soldier there for na the border. Which purpose they dey there for? How come certain things then they enter? In fact, somebody be even prove one parable say I tell una say na stupid una the stupid way. He say because this particular thing will don't happen so now opposition here una the capital. Somebody even say not to me, I just tell una what people say. The 3 camera appear, they this na just signal say opposition already kakadebo he said this issue. Say now you na the leader of the country. Now they are in charge of the police, now they in charge of the military, you know. Now you na the CIC, the commander in chief. Listen, so the person make example. You na landlord or you na papa, now you get your compound, you get your dog there inside your compound. Then, if you lose your dog them go misbehave at the ending of the day. If na responsible papa, they do that one day. Wait till the person they try for talk now. We know say opposition can misbehave, but no matter how opposition become powerful, they cannot be powerful than you were in charge of the police and the military. So, with power, Lord, because I just say speak on our mind. If na that side on our for go for say that opposition this, how una they allow opposition become so powerful and enter with bomb making materials and huge amount of drugs like that in our country? Why una not arrest them at once? It simply means if you the daddy or landlord we getting dog the day, if you dog the sit down, another neighbor can't inside your house can't thief. It means that person the way can inside that house show you dog big bone, not a bone no, we show a big bone. We make the dog they allow for go inside for go thief. In other words, if una soldier man them wanna put na checkpoint or police them, allow things like that they can inside the country, it means somewhere there is a chain walk. Which means even on a security system in no guarantee. Now waiting the people say I tell they tell us so because I don't get training right now. A lot of people they insult me say, oh, I don't get training. So now waiting people they advise me, sensible people say go talk up. Now they can't talk. People also say, tell una say Nigeria na so insecurity they start. Where they see this and that, where they go bomb here that today they begin to play. They like today. They don't get one of the highest ratio of kidnapping in the world. They don't get the highest ratio of insecurity, national insecurity in the world. Now so it be start. Now we own the pan do so. Una say una don't take people where they make bomb, una don't left them, una they observe them more than how many months. What if other team have already made up their own bombs? What if other team have already made up their own bombs? Now my question is, most of the time when they get national threat, when una they catch the people, them una not want present them to Sierra Leoneans them. It can all take time. I don't know what una can they do behind the backs, but this actually they tell otherwise of una. Somebody they tell me say when they try for investigate drug, even in America, that's why it happen, it take time. We don't get problem. But how about ammunition? How about nuclear weapons? It also they take time. Because America, when America, so if they get intelligence to somebody, they can make bomb for go destroy America. The only thing we go make them delay for do that investigation, that away they don't know the person. But if we say they go make sure say them follow up rapidly. When we say peace make for one piece pass to beginning for backyard. So the people say all this way to una they do so na distraction. Not to me talk out. Say if actually una while we believe say now people them actually they make bomb and get that huge amount of drug, me una show on TV. And una show the people them. Una stop for the high people we can on TV then they show them. CNN, Al Jazeera, when they fall in that country, then they show them. Even Osama Bin Laden be the torment America. They be showing fragments on TV. Why we on the anytime on a catch corporate now the minister they rush just in now blah blah blah. We don't tire for see you. We want to see the victims them now. We want to see them. We don't tire for see you. We don't tire for see you. You know why? Because if you come back to that country, so you see you so you immediate family, I don't fly. Now that one go that they call UN, now they call ECOWAS, and they call it why the people of that country, the layman, they suffer. Now I make we power to the people. We don't say we know they accept propaganda. We know they para. We know they tolerate incitement. We know they tolerate disrespecting government of the other opposition. We they support when necessary and criticize when necessary. Which means if government of the day now they do good, we they praise that. If now in chap we talk at. If the opposition bring good proposal for the good betterment of the country, we will support it. Now they bring alaki, we put up at it. So people say they want proof on this particular issue. Because all this award that they do so, you don't this, you don't that. Wait, but when I visit the people of that country, they don't get sense. Now, when I say the seized drug is estimated to be around $94,155,200. First of all, if somebody or a team or a group of people get mine for invest in drug like that, they need for be exposed. $50 million alone don't do for build 2-3 local industry factories them now the provinces. For the betterment of the people. Another question. Wouldn't are this person or who are this set of people we want for doom Sierra Leone because of waiting? Because is it because of one single individual, President Bio? Is it how some of una they claim so una left that country? Una think say una go bomb State House. Now only President Bio una don't bomb. Now innocent life una don't bomb so because now immediate war una don't declare that country. And as some of them things they are can make, you want power, but waiting they come be out of the power, you say you wrong. If people get mine, according to you, if not to lie in the lie, I'm not saying a lie, the lie say the seized drug is estimated around $94 million and above. And the country they suffer. When I see the reason why I don't say that country will not let we save. But people say that you say we hold word until you bring tangible evidence. And no one left for the hide the people they cause mayhem in that country. Even people who involved in coup, una hardly show them. Pastor they say 4 soldiers have been arrested. This why una they do people there? Waiting TV they for. Una AYB, SLBC, what una they for? Una they no more for the interview kangaroo people them. Nianiakbo people them. Una they na that TV station before. Or waiting una they afraid. Waiting una actually afraid. Some of us say, when I don't get on your halaka, when I don't cause another country because awareness when I forgive people, when I know they give people. Whenever red alert issue they happen, when I can sit down, when they talk about morning coffee, when they talk about wake up news, when they talk about nonsense in that place, the country go through problem. When I don't make today, people will believe for the watch this one, but people they don't believe YouTube and Facebook now than una. But I don't blame una because any person who they survive within the realm of government institution, they feel that money they flow. So this don't make people don't put the love of money past the interest of the country before. So sir, people say we have to see evidence. And people say if true back not true, it simply means we need for work on our security system. First of all, when they underpay police and soldier, I don't talk this talk. You know the reason why when you go America or first world countries, somebody be say now compare salute America. We compare salute America because then they bring foreign policy from America, they count and salute. So for compare them. Why you think if you bribe a policeman in America is a crime? It tells you dare bribe a police officer, you are under arrest. Because let's forget about the salary of the police officer. The whole family of that police officer, their life is ensured, entitled to proper good health care, entitled to proper livelihood. What about Sierra Leone? Then they tell you police and soldier get right to free health care. When they go to hospital, now diagnose and they diagnose you. They give paper, go buy the medicine and pharmacy. The medicine, no they at this hospital. Oh, now I tell you the government, no they put drugs now the hospital. They shame on all of them. Sometimes it can be governmental, but sometimes are they wicked and nurse and doctors the way they can do at the hospitals. But I don't blame them because the government know they do what we call checks and balances. If it is surprise medical doctors and independent medical doctors for the go check the hospitals, excuse me, for say okay, Connaught, we donate 50 cartoon drugs the last season. When I go check how they use it, how they did, they go left that halakidi. If they for the interview police and soldiers, now government say free health care, what you think about, is it working? You don't want to hospital, you ensure say it's working. But if you do that, then the policeman go afraid. Because if you say not the work, it go lose his job. If you say not this, next time you get problem with the hospital. When I don't see how they don't install fear in the mind of the people in that country. So police are not well paid. Soldiers are not well paid. I don't talk this thing. The least, instead of them paying thief man and then a parliament, we call themselves MPs or parliamentarians, instead of them paying 21 million or 20 million 500, let them pay them 10 million. They're not going to no good work when they do in that place. All this, that AC they pass minus the project money the way they thief. At least each and every police in that country will be paid at least $250 when a 5 million. They're not the one. Sometimes the highest they could pay for Toba police now 2 million or 1.5. How much that will do for a family man? You expect me as a police? Let's speak your mind. The level at which Sierra Leone day, we want let Sierra Leone better, but not to be papa in property. Now we all in property. You understand? And then at checkpoint, me picking school fee day, in college fee day, then they pay me 1.5 or 2 million. Somebody they cow drug, I see give me 30 or 20 million left, and I swear I get. Now loyalty I defend. You don't know say loyalty is not cheap. It is being paid for. Credibility is paid for. You know what I mean? Then they say this my asshole. Now small guy will get connection. He work for it. Not for free. Somewhere, someday, sometime, he don't work for him. Whether financially, whether with the purpose of humility, but he or she has worked for it. With government, they say they want to secure the people of that country, but they overlook security. They say they want to build education in that country, but they overlook teachers. So which simply means, una don't know what they do. And they continue to say this to Sierra Leoneans. Hope it tied us. When I saw it happen in Nigeria today, all man don't tire. President, no leader, no they will deal with Boko Haram issue in Nigeria again. If we not be careful, insecurity, it get for happen in Salon, no leader no will take care of them. And we not for Allah go out of hands. And not for Allah, we not for Allah go out of hands. When I see what they happen in Kenya, then send tear gas. But then they take the tear gas and they smoke them. You know what that they mean? For tell them say we will already. We do your worst. Kenyan police also do your worst. Now they be asked for so. I saw it on somebody's status. I cannot post that here. But do your research in the same. Do your worst. When I know it happened if Kenya, even if how many people they lost their life, at the end of the day they win because waiting they do, they put them up to themselves. Whether you support this government, whether you support opposition, whether you know they support both sides, we come up because now we get this country. If na so we don't begin to do that halaki politician, sorry, I say I'm not the cause again. I don't get training. If na so we don't do them niakpo and techbest politicians they are, then go know what they do in that country. I don't tell when I say when I know it make whatever people they go demonstrate, police know they grant time. It is true because when it comes to the realm of demonstration, majority of people who go demonstrate use the wrong means. And I tell you this, as a patriotic citizen, there are means of demonstration. Most of the demonstration will don't happen at that country is being channeled by uneducated pollocks where they outside the country, where they tell people to let them come on, forgetting for tell them the rules of demonstration. For saying you got for submit your mandate or purpose of demonstration, you got for write them down, submit it to the police, then go for check the clauses whether within the realm of the demonstration, then call the demonstration leader for saying, if we want to approve this demonstration, we want to remove this. Is it against the constitution? Or the way this thing is so, it's okay. But they know they do that one day. Somebody they go demonstrate against scissors now in pocket, again there. And the police, on the other hand, can they again, people hate themselves. So, why all this can happen? If people actually know what they do in that country, because a lot of people, they go with the aim of fighting for their party instead of fighting for the country. Majority of the demonstration that happen in that country, now Bio must go. Bio must leave power. How many times when I see demonstration, people say, we say no to the increment of prices on onions. We say no to the increment of prices on rice. No, you know the day. Bio must go. This government must go. No way. These are improper demonstrations. And if the government of the day see 1 million people come on the streets of Freetown, they see say that man when they be super green, he did part the demonstration. Soldier, you dare not shoot. And let them say shoot, you know they shoot. Because the rule is, when they shoot, just shoot and kill everybody. But if you don't kill person, when we can meet you, Baal Mami, they get you head. Yayebu, they get you foot. Yankuba, they get you teeth. Pasori, they get you balls. Will they shape you into parts? That's what Kenyans are doing. But this will never happen in Sierra Leone. Because when demonstration happen, they send an opposition organizer. Government of the day party supporters, they say, I will help you see, they will sabotage this country. We now all they buy rest the same price. So if you want for, we know they say we for build a Kenya, but we say for the try for create your own comfort zone, for rebel against bad governance, for rebel against nepotism, for rebel against regionalism, for rebel against tribalism, for say no to bad leadership. Then we go build up that country. And all of una when they overseas, una money that for the support halaki, una say on a one way, don't cost me him for the destroy that country. But I'll tell you the secret. This God not sleep, right? Shakespeare makes this parable say, he said the world is like a stage, and we are like actors on that stage. He said we leave the stage once we are done acting, which say everybody get your own time. Everything get time. Anything when you do today, whether good or bad, for your country, for your community, for your neighbor, you won't begin it. You know to make Shabroma say hakara. It means an animal with long tail, not the done for cross trap. Even if you head pass, in foot pass, and hand pass until they fasten, that is because they try for tell you what a man say, watch your ways. There is an insect we many man called Kimboy. It lock before him, it dig before. Now a lot of una they do. Una see the reason why with all una professors the more una get, with all the money the una don't una picking the don't halaki. And these are things church cannot solve it, mosques cannot solve it, because una don't withhold a lot of people destiny at ransom. I read something that somebody status we say, don't stand in a place of danger and expect miracle. That's the most stupid thing when it happen to a lot of one. Jesus Christ, no grille Satan tempt him. When he say let jump up from the building, he said you cannot put the God your Lord into test. You know go do one. So if you know say you get money, if you want support, but pour your money towards the betterment of that country. Una left for spend una money pa una halaki. That halaki una the support money pasu. Now una picking them. How they call up? Now una picking the ticket of halaki una the buy so. It just how people keep people say it does not mean that if you are UK, not to everybody in the UK where they okay. Oh. You understand? Not to everybody there America way free. Oh. So sir, people say not provide evidence. Because they say the way this thing happen now, it's like now on a planner. But another good terms, we not go say now on a plan and an allegation. So people still now they provide evidence because most of the things wey dey happen in that country, no evidence. You understand? Power to the people.
Follow, like, comments, and subscribe for more.
Professor Patrick Lumumba, when are the director of Kenya Law of School or also constitutional lawyer. Now Kenya don't bring out a very, very important information about wetin currently dey happen at Kenya. A lot of people wey dey follow up, and this is something wey Sierra Leoneans dem need for learn from. So all of una wey say they no dey allow we for demonstrate, head of state, politicians, civil society, every citizen pay attention to wetin this man dey talk, because sometimes your problem is solution, you can see am out of other man your own problem. You understand? So the current issue where they happen at Kenya, William Ruto, the current president, there is a lot of nyangala where the people they say they know they take it anymore. Price control, things that they happen, Jogolo, Jakala, a lot of them they follow up now. You understand? I just want to play the video for all the man they talk about. We'll be right back.
A very, very timely conversation happening here tonight, folks. Thanks so much for staying tuned, because the prof is in the house. Professor P.Lomumba, when he shows up, you know we're waxing lyrical all evening long. Prof, earlier on in our first part, we're talking about Monday's march. Monday's protest and the march to State House. I mean, and a lot of people are taking this very lightly.
Very lightly.
This could turn south very easily.
You know, so very lightly, and words are being bandied around like mass action. And let me use this occasion to share with my audience that mass action is an instrument that was used effectively by Martin Luther King Jr. during the Civil Rights Movement. And Luther King said that any responsible leadership that wants to engage in mass action must satisfy 4 tests. Number 1, they must demonstrate that they have a grievance and they do not want to use mass action to cause confusion and for the purpose of revenge. Number 2, that they must demonstrate that they have exhausted all methods of engaging government, including negotiations and petitions. Number 3, that having found all those methods and doors to be closed, that they intend to ensure that they do not cause injustice to others. And number 4, they must demonstrate that they have a clear program of salvaging the society without causing injustice to others. Let us put the so-called mass action against the Kenyan test, and it fails on all 4. And what we are being told is going to be an insurrection, because it has been declared at different rallies that the intention is to remove the government of President William Ruto as established. It has been said that that government is illegitimate and that what is going to happen on Monday the 20th is a date with destiny. In other words, that 1 million supporters of Azimio will move into State House and remove President William Ruto and install Raila Amolo Odinga as the President of the Republic of Kenya. If that is not a recipe for chaos and bloodbath, tell me what the recipe is.
Yeah.
And I see people taking it very lightly.
Yeah.
It is not light. Lives will be lost. Ruto has his supporters. Raila has his supporters. And it will take a simple mistake and a simple misstep, and this country can burn. And can burn, and those who are now tweeting and saying all manner of things will burn in it. Their children will burn in it. And it will take generations to bring this country together again, if we are to bring it again. Responsible leadership now has a duty, a patriotic duty, to step back and say, what is bigger, the country or my interest? The country or my desire to be president? The country or the institution? This is what we are asking. We are simply saying, you may not have liked the Supreme Court decision, but we accepted that we must have a system system of determination of grievances which has finality to it. If we allow everybody, like Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga said, standing on a podium and saying, I declare the 20th of March to be a public holiday. Suppose all of us were to do that. Would that not be anarchy? Do we want anarchy? This country that has such potential, whether you support Raila Amolo Odinga or not, or support William Ruto, is that what you want? And what we ask in Kenya, reflect. Don't be consumed by passion. Don't be consumed by anger. Reflect and ask, after the 20th, what? After the 20th, what?
Yeah. You know what, Prof? 16 years ago, we did this. Kenya was on the edge of the abyss. And we looked over the edge, and we didn't like what we saw. Look at this. 16 years later, we haven't learned anything?
The same thing? History has not taught us? Do we think we are immune from chaos? Do we think we have a pact with God that we can behave whichever way we want? Do we think that political bad manners is going to lead us where we want? The international community was here, and they saved us from the precipice. Why is it that the wax in our ears refuses to melt? Why is it that the scale in our eyes refuses to fall off? We are appealing to the leaders. God has given them an opportunity to provide leadership. Leadership is about self-denial. This time round, if we make a mistake, and have seen what happened in Kisumu today, those who think they have control should ask a person called Frankenstein. Sometimes you create a monster over which you have no control. Reflect and ask, do we want to destroy this country? Do we want it recorded that we are the ones who destroyed this country? We are simply asking, not for a handshake, we are simply asking responsible leadership. One of my greatest disappointments in this country, when there is a crisis and I hear Raila Amolo Odinga saying cost of living is high, I agree with him totally. I hear him saying that certain appointments could have been made better. I agree with him completely. But will marching on State House on the 20th solve those things? If he became the president on the 20th, would the prices of commodities suddenly go down? Would the appointments suddenly change? Would Kenya become El Dorado, the land of gold? Will he have a magic wand that he'll wave, and lo and behold, Kenya's GDP increases? No. Has Parliament, and Azimio has parliamentarians, not a single parliamentarian has come and said, we want an emergency discussion on the state of this economy. We have 47 governors. Not one of them, they are meeting in Migori today as I speak. Not one of them has said there is a crisis in our country. Not a single women's representative. Not a single MCA. Why did we elect them? Why have we chosen the forum of political rallies? If you listen to some of the things that are being said in those political rallies, how people are being insulted, even sanitization of our language has disappeared. What kind of a country do we want to build? What role models are we? We are saying, please, let us come together as a people and say mistakes may have been made, but together we can resolve them. This is what patriotism is all about. Patriotism is not about singing the national anthem or reciting mottos and all. It's about sacrificing for the country, sacrificing personal interest for this generation and generations yet to be born.
Absolutely. Prof, if you're just joining us now, Professor P.L.O. wrote to the president and the former prime minister, wrote a 5-page letter, if we can have it up again. And in that letter, he talks about a lot of issues plaguing and affecting Kenya right now. Let me ask you real quick as we get the letter up. It's been 7 months since we went to the polls. 7 months. Why has it taken so long for this administration to settle into place?
You know, Those who know say that for any administration to settle in place, it takes 18 months. Forget about the mythical 100 days. You deal with appointments. Under the new Kenyan constitution, when you want to appoint anybody, you have to have an appointment panel. Once you've done that, you go to parliament. It is a long process. Kenya's appointment of public officials is one of the longest and the most expensive in the world. You are operating in an environment where the micro and macroeconomic fundamentals are unfavorable. And one does not have to be an economist to know that it is going to take this economy at least 3 years before we can begin to see the dividends. And that is holding all factors constant, assuming that we are behaving. As I speak to you now, 46% of our revenue is consumed by salaries. What is left?
After I don't watch the video, when I listen the point where the man touch, for say the power, on a listing the point where the man touch, for say the power of demonstration of the people was invented by Martin Luther King Jr. And if the people for put them up to themselves for rebel or demonstrate against a particular government, therefore don't do 4 things then. On a list, number 1, then get for make sure say, then try for negotiate with that particular government or leadership for make sure say solutions are made. Therefore don't try different means of negotiation. Number 2, then for make sure say the purpose of that particular demonstration enough for be something way for they in the out of revenge. For say, okay, now what I be do, now back they can't do them. Until now they listen. Number 3, therefore make sure say not with the intention of harming society. Because when some of we can talk this thing, this one a professor, a lawyer. Now lawyer will not person from a grandpa, because not even a papa. Now in the talk so. If now me be talking, go say, what you know? In all over the country, they allow people to demonstrate. They allow people to rebel against bad governance. On a list what the man tell now. The same thing way they take Kenya and they so say they quick for forget history. Now it happen in that country. Sierra Leoneans don't forget the 11 years of civil war. So to a lot of una, waiting the man they just try for say patriotism mean negotiation. Patriotism mean for say whenever una don't fuck up, we see where how we amend them, not to for destroy we country. Because at the ending of the day, all of una where they type na YouTube, na Facebook, na Twitter, una picking they go fall victim. Una sister they go fall victim. And una go continue for typing for the rest of una life. The damage will go occur in that country. It will take time before we will get them back. Let's go see the fight, the development which we don't get before the civil war. A word for a wise is quiet sufficient. If you get eyes, now for see. If you get ears, now for hearing. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Power to the people.
Follow, like, comments, and subscribe for more.